Hey, kid. Yeah, you. I know you're not 13. Click off this video. Like, right now. You're not fooling me. If I get into trouble with COPA and the FTC, you're not going to be there to pay my fine. You can't even afford a fine. Okay? I can't afford it either. So go outside, play some ball, and let adults watch this video. It's not made for kids. Okay? Just be cool. Understand me. I don't want any trouble.
Look! It's the General!
Lightsabers, the coolest weapon in all of science fiction, and every single Star Wars fan in existence has wanted one of their own. We all remember the old Master replicas and Hasbro lightsabers licensed under Lucasfilm in the era of George Lucas, and now the successor, the Black Series lightsabers under Disney. Different licenses, same shitty quality. Now, I'm not talking down on you if you own such hilts, and hey, if that's the best you can afford, I'm not here to judge. I want to be as honest as possible, and the reason I call the Master Replicas and Black Series shitty is that for their quality, they are too expensive. They cost around 200 to 250 USD, and since you're willing to invest in such a collectible, why not add another $100 at least to get a decent lightsaber that can do more? A lot more. If you've ever owned a Master Replicas or Black Series or Hasbro lightsaber, I'm sure you've wondered, I spent so much money on this thing and this is all it can do? Is this as bright as it gets? Why can't I remove the blade? And if so, why will my lightsaber not work without it? Are these the only 5 sound effects I'm going to be hearing for the rest of my life? Is my lightsaber blade that fragile? I wish I could have an actual duel with my buddies without my lightsaber coming apart. Obi-Wan and Luke's lightsabers aren't supposed to be this thick around the emitter. They look hideous. But one day, as you browse the internet, you surely came across a few videos and some images of people owning lightsabers 10 times brighter than what you've ever seen before. The hilt works and lights up independently from the blade, so if you owned such a hilt, you could carry it around and show it off at the same time, ideal for Comic-Con. These hilts light up every time they clash, just like in the movies. What? An Obi-Wan or Luke lightsaber with working electronics and a removable blade without sacrificing the aesthetic of the thin neck design? How did you manage to have so many different sound effects in just one hilt? You mean to tell me that a custom lightsaber is designed as such to be able to withstand full contact dueling, and without it falling apart afterwards? How? Custom lightsabers, my friends. That's how. A quick disclaimer before I get into this is that I am not endorsed by any of the mentioned sites and companies for this series, and any comparison between them is purely for research and informative purposes only. Hello everyone, and welcome to my new video series. Here, I will attempt to answer as many questions as possible regarding the lightsabers that I make and the cost that comes with them. If I did manage to cover something during the videos that you wanted an answer for, feel free to ask anything in the comments down below or DM me at Twitter at TPL723. The most common question I get asked is, how much does it cost to build a lightsaber? My answer is usually, it depends. That is what I want to attempt to clarify. The reason I say it depends is because there is no standard price due to the fact that the materials aren't standard either. Meaning that there is a huge array of materials both cheap and pricey to choose from and implement in your build. So to be able to give the straightest answer possible, we need to be able to understand what those materials are, how they work, and of course, how much they cost. There are many vendors online where you can pick those materials to craft your own lightsaber, and I will mention as many as I know because this hobby has expanded in the last few years and is becoming more diverse as time goes by. To keep things simple, I will at least mention the sites that I trust and work with the most. I will also cover others that I haven't yet worked with but have the positive feedback I need in order to do business with them in the future. Now, the first step to understanding what I do is that the hobby of making lightsabers isn't easy at first, and it's of course not cheap. The hilts and electronics that I buy are high-end quality materials that are not only durable but close to the actual experience of owning a lightsaber. These props differ significantly from the licensed, mass-produced lightsabers such as the old Master Replicas or Black Series ones in terms of quality and of course cost. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the basic components of a lightsaber, and in future videos I'll break them down, explaining what they do, how much they cost in detail. A fully functional lightsaber prop is composed of 4 main parts: the hilt, the electronics, the chassis holding the electronics in place, and last, the blade. Since these are collectible props, I like to categorize them in tiers, just like Saberforge does with theirs. The first tier is basic, just like a static hilt, with no electronics installed and no blade. Let's call that Padawan tier. Next is the Jedi tier, where the hilt has electronics but just light and a blade. In Jedi Knight tier, the hilt sports sound effects with the light and blade. Finally, in Jedi Master tier, the hilt features interchangeable sound effects and different colors. Those are the rudimentary basics of the lightsaber hobby. In the next videos, I will go over the hilt and its two categories in detail, along with the sites to buy them, as well as the cost. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you like this video, consider subscribing, commenting, and liking it, share it with your friends and loved ones, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, General Katarn, out.